day, Libra. This is a general reading for the sign of Libra. If you have Libra anywhere in your birth chart, please know that this is your reading. It is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. You know what is for you and what is not for you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Libra. Also, Libra, let's talk a little bit about how these readings work. When doing these readings, we do take into consideration the location of the moon, the location of the sun, and also the location of other planets as they are in your, or how they affect your zodiac sign. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Libra. And then we also pair that with the tarot and what the tarot cards, what Spirit is wanting us to know. And that really does help us get a good idea of your energy, a good idea of maybe some of the things that you may be experiencing in your life at this time. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Libra. Also, Libra, this week, the moon will be in the last quarter phase in Virgo. With that moon in Virgo, everyone will be having feelings of maybe being a little bit disorganized. And these thoughts and feelings of disorganization are really Spirit asking us, or is really Spirit asking us to trust that not everything is meant to go according to our plans. And when we're feeling that frustration of being a little bit disorganized, we can counteract that with taking time to celebrate how far we have come and taking time to celebrate our accomplishments. I will post a simple little gratitude ritual in the description box. Do visit that, and maybe that might be something that you would like to partake in this week. And this week it is about self-gratitude. And the foundation, the basis of your reading is the Three of Pentacles, the coming together, the gathering, the leadership, and quick action, quick movement, sudden changes. Let's see how that plays into the rest of your reading this week, Libra. Let's see how that plays into the rest of your reading. And we start off with the Student, the Page of Cups, the inner knowing, the inner wisdom, the inner intuition, the contracts, the agreements, the communication. Outsmarting, outwitting. The Chariot. The Chariot is rushing to action, taking action, action to win, going into battle, being prepared to go into battle. New skill, new agreement. What wonderful, positive cards here. Following your gut instinct. Following your gut instinct. Alexa, pause. There's something that you are determined to make work. Something that you are passionate about, something that you are going to make work. driven fire. You are trusting your instincts. You know what needs to be done, and you are going to do it. Maybe even a little bit of win at all cost. And I'm always leery at winning at all cost, even when I see it successful. Winning at all costs. Be mindful of that winning at all costs. Do not be tempted to jeopardize yourself. Do not be tempted to go against something that you know is right. Your co-workers, and those that you work with, or those that you work around, or others that are involved in this situation, they are seeing this. They are watching you. And they are admiring your passion, your dedication, and your abilities. Perhaps, Libra, you do not see yourself as a leader, but those that are surrounding you, those that you are work with, they will follow you, and they'll follow you anywhere. And again, that's why I'm asking you to be just a little bit mindful, or Spirit is asking you to be a little bit mindful. Maybe, again, you don't always see yourself in a leadership position. You do not see that. But because of the Spirit within you, and because of your ability to follow your passions, follow your instincts, and when you know that something is right, when you know that you're going to make this work, and that you are all in, people respect that, and people follow that. People respect that, and people will follow that, and people are following you. And again, we admire the win at all cost, but when we emerge as a leader, or when people are following us, it is up to us to not let them go down with the ship. It's up to us to ensure that we lead them into victory. Or even if this ends badly, that it ends badly, not at the cost of our values, and not at the cost of going against what we know is right. I don't see you doing that, but I do see that it is something to be aware of. And as we're aware of that, it does help us make sound decisions for ourselves and sound decisions for others. And I do believe that that is why we are seeing that Three of Pentacles. You are emerging as the leader. You are emerging as someone that people will listen to and people will follow. And in your private life, in your home life, a quiet change, a quiet transition. And Libra, do maybe visit your last couple readings, especially if you haven't, if this is your first time watching or your first time viewing. We have been talking about, or the energy of the need for quiet time, a need to rest, a need to unwind. And I see that need here showing up again, that quiet time is needed for what it is that you are going through. And it could be as simple as maybe slipping away to a quiet little area and reading a book, or a quiet time away to even meditation. I do know that I do talk about meditation quite often in my reading. I just think that meditation for many of us is the key to that quiet, to that rest, to that relaxation. And meditation really does help open our hearts and our minds to letting Spirit guide us and lead us. The World card, the gift of the dance. And here again, we see your intuition, we see your inner knowing, and being spiritually protected, being spiritually guided at this time. And again, when we are being led, when we are being protected spiritually, when we are being spiritually guided, meditation is a wonderful practice that helps us align with that. And the spiritual and emotional abundance, the spiritual and emotional gifts. And Libra, Venus has entered into Scorpio. And for the sign of Libra, this means that you might be experiencing unrealistic expectations in your personal relationships. Perhaps there's been a lack of balance, and maybe you are putting in more work or more than your fair share of the work, and you're still feeling that run down, and you're really feeling that inner desire, that inner passion to rest, for quiet, for just a place of quiet, to sort out your thoughts, to sort out your feelings, to determine what is actually yours and what is not yours. Those unrealistic expectations need to be sorted out, needs to be looked through. But it's difficult for you to sort out what is unrealistic on your end and what is unrealistic on other people's part. The universe is really wanting to bring in some wonderful things for you. Again, it is about being able to ask for and demand and actually take that quiet time that you need to process those feelings and those emotions that you have been experiencing. And then we have the Four of Pentacles, which is, it's like almost a dual card. Protectedness and balance. Balancing what it is that we need to guard against, but being open enough to let things in that need to come in. And again, another guardedness. Another guardedness. Wow. And then we have two karma cards, the Wheel of Fortune and Judgment. The Wheel of Fortune and Judgment. Those are guarded, protected. Perhaps, Libra, you have been investing a lot of your time and a lot of your energy into others. And now is the time to invest in yourself. Invest that time, invest that energy in yourself. That, I understand how difficult that can be, how difficult that is, especially if we have people that are relying on us, if we've made commitments to other people. It can be very difficult to take that energy to invest in ourselves. And often I use the analogy that it is, even when you're in an airplane and you know you're going through the stewardess is going through the safety routine, it's always about putting the mask, the oxygen on first. If you do not put the oxygen on for yourself first, you're not going to be able to help others. You're not going to be able to live up to your commitments unless you live up to the commitments that you have with yourself first. You're not going to be able to provide for people spiritually, physically, or emotionally unless you're providing for yourself first. You cannot help others from an empty cup. We cannot provide others energy unless we have that energy from within ourselves, or give our energy to ourselves first so that we have it to give. If you, in order to build, in order to achieve what it is that you are wanting to achieve, it is going to require you to invest in yourself first. Take the time that you need. Take the downtime to reflect and process and evaluate. And that is the message that I have for the sign of Libra. Thank you, Libra. You have a blessed week.